Good afternoon, it's Jeff again here. We're at 13087 South Iron Mountain Boulevard here in Portland. I was just finished up scoping the main trunk line clean out. It's the 4-inch clean out off what looks like the master bath, to me anyway. I was walking around the side here. We're right next to the radon mitigation fan. Adjacent to it's a 3-inch ABS clean out. This services this portion of the house, this back left corner area. So we just turned some water on. And also, right as I was finishing up the last one there, I can hear, in fact, twice now, I've heard the tank audibly turn on and do its thing and pump the water out of it. So, it's operational at this time. Another good thing. And what I think I forgot to mention on the last one, anytime you have a whole home ejector system, it's a little bit different than your average basement ejector that's only used here and there, maybe when you have family over living in the guest room, whatnot. Those pumps you can generally expect a decent amount of life out of because they're used fairly infrequently. When your entire house depends on a pump, they're used all the time. And so you don't get the same longevity out of them. So, and what I typically hear from most plumbers depend upon the amount of usage. You know, you're probably going to get about, the average is around 7 years or so out of the pump. And eventually the pump burns out. Alright, we're going to turn the water off here. I just don't want to get my camera all the way into the pump system here. I think we're right at it right now. Alright, just turn the water off here. And so what we're doing, if you recall in the first video, we met up at this very same joint that just had, I mean, again, it's about a 1/16 to a 1/4 inch out of whack there. So what we're doing is the line goes over and it dives right into the top of that original 4-inch line we went through, and ties in just before the main 4-inch line hits the pump tank. So anyway, going back to what I was saying a moment ago about the pump, you should just reasonably expect, kind of plan and budget for, you know, this thing. And there's usually a date somewhere. You can probably get an idea when that thing was installed. Pretty average lifespan on these things around 7. You might, you know, maybe 10 years. So they are expensive. I mean, these are big pumps that are dealing with a whole home ejection system. So they are into the thousands of dollars, so it's just something to be aware of. When you hear that alarm go off, be mindful of it. Depending on where the tank is, you know, if that tank is just about full and that alarm goes off, you might not have a whole lot of leeway there before it overloads. So just keep that in mind. Call the plumber when the alarm goes off. That's kind of the moral of the story here. Anyway, this line looks fantastic as well. Nice and graded, super clean, functioning properly at this time. We're now going backwards underneath the floor of the house here. And that right there is the bottom of the toilet going back into the house. So if I flush the toilet in there, you'd see that it just comes shooting straight down into the top of the camera, right in the face of the camera there. No settling issues or anything going through the foundation wall. And from the sounds of it, I was just talking to the agent, it sounds like this one is connected to city sewer. And the reason you've got this type of system here is the main lateral, it either doesn't come all the way up the road to this point in front of the house, and or the main lateral is too shallow to do a gravity-fed sewer system. They just can't grade the sewer line properly to a depth that shallow. Usually, though, when you've got this set up, it's just because the main is so far away. It's just not feasible to grade a sewer line, but a pump can blast sewage quite a distance. So that's why you've got the system you do. Both branches of the line here are functioning very nicely at this time. And I've also, for the 3rd time here, just heard that tank turn on, or the pump turn on and do its job. So everything is functioning order as it sits right now.